Right. Hello, good morning. I'm going to talk real quick about this library book that I picked up. I have to take this back, so I had to read it last night. This is Louis L'Amour's Last Stand at Papago Wells. This was published in 1957. And we'll talk about the cover art real quick. This is a large print edition. Cover art is just a picture of, I don't know, mountains or something, a mesa. Not great artwork when you compare it to something like the cover on The Lonesome Gods or on my favorite Louis L'Amour novel, Hondo, right? Just kind of, it's all right. And that's kind of how I feel about this book. It's all right. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's what you would call mid. It's perfectly mid. So what's it about? The main protagonist here is a guy named Logan Cates, and he's in his 30s. It gives an exposition dump about his background at the beginning of this book, so that's one of the negatives. I'm going to give you one of the negatives that I didn't like about it, is that you get everything delivered in exposition, the setup, but he wore a tie-down Smith & Wesson Russian 44 6-shooter, and the Winchester in his saddle scabbard was the vintage of 73. So he's got a Winchester 73, right? So, but it's not bad. He's a bit of a misogynist, which is funny. There's a couple of lines that he gave when he's talking to this Jennifer Fane character that made me laugh. Because I was like, if you talk to a woman like that now, dude, like, you'd get decked. Thought it was hilarious. So I wish there would have been more of that type of dialogue in the book, because those parts made me laugh. That's stuff that I did like. I love the toxic masculinity in this novel. I think it's awesome. It's one of the reasons why I like Westerns, is because of all the machismo. But the group dynamics here. Okay, let's talk about this. So Papago Wells, it's a watering hole. You get this ragtag group of people together that are trying to survive a rogue Apache Indian attack. So we got a bunch of American Indians here that just like to kill and capture women and do things to them. We'll just clean that up for you. So, yeah. And they're just roving around and just killing and abducting women's folk. So these people are trying to stave off this attack by banding together. So you've got this Logan Cates here, and then this other guy with his fiancee, Jennifer Fane. Jennifer Fane, and I think his name is Grant Kimbrough or something like that. Yeah, and then they got this other kid named Lonnie, who's good with her rifle, and then Janie, who escapes from the Apaches after her family's been massacred. And then you've got a posse that's hunting after some criminals. The posse gets bushwhacked, okay, and then like one of the deputies escapes and makes it to this party along with the criminals. So you got the criminals and the deputies who don't like each other. Then the Grant Kimbrough character doesn't like Logan. Then you got some like U.S. cavalry that get bushwhacked. And the survivors from that group end up here at Papago Wells. And Logan Cates is a man in charge. And he takes control of this group. But the group don't get along. And then there's this lady that comes wandering in. Big Marie or something like that, who's got, I don't know, she's got her issues, and so there's all these power struggles within the group, and it's just a lot for such a short book. I mean, this is large print edition for people with bad eyesight, and it's only 174 pages, so I'm guessing if this was in regular font, like it is here, that this book would probably be like 120 pages, somewhere around there. You can read this real fast. So if you got time to kill and you're just looking for a quick read, this will fit the bill. You can knock this out in a couple of hours. There is a B movie, a B Western adaptation of this book starring Rory Calhoun as Logan Cates, and that movie is called Arizona Territory. I watched it on YouTube's free movies, so it might still be available. It's an hour and 10 minutes long, and I thought it was a pretty good flick. This book could have used, Louis L'Amour could have done another pass at this, I think, and tightened it up. I don't know if he was on a time crunch and just had to get this out, but I think that the movie adaptation improved upon the novel in some ways, and in some ways it didn't. The ending's a little bit different, but for one thing, the movie version, in the film, Logan Cates, played by Rory Calhoun, knows Jennifer Fain. They were previous lovers. They're meeting for the first time in the book, which kind of makes the romance between him and her not make a whole lot of sense, in my opinion. It's just kind of like he talks like crap to her and insults her, and then she falls in love with him. Like, okay, sure. In the movie, it's more realistic. They have a previous history. So, yeah, that's really all I got to say about it. Perfectly mid. You know, I don't give star ratings, but if this was a star rated novel, it'd be like a 3 out of 5. You know, it's just kind of like right there in the middle. You know, something to read if you're just killing time. Thanks for watching. Check out that movie, Arizona Territory. I thought it was a good one. And have a wonderful day.